everyone, it's Wes here from Travel with Wes, and today I'm taking you on an icy volcano hike in the picturesque landscapes of Iceland near the town of Grindavik. For this activity, I've paired up with GeoAdventures and our guide Giuseppe to explore some recent volcanic sites, including the Fagradalsfjall volcanic field. So right now we're about to head to just outside the town of Grindavik, where there's been a lot of volcanic activity. We have a 3-hour hike with a geologist who is going to take us to one of the recent lava fields. I don't think it's going to be the one that actually damaged the town. That whole area is closed, and those people are going through a lot. They've been displaced, so they don't want to do tours of their homes being destroyed and kind of their lives being uprooted. So I totally get that. But yeah, so we got about an hour drive, and then I'll see you guys out on the hike. Well, we just made it to the starting point for our volcano hike. We're meeting the geologist and any of the other tour people here. It's pretty incredible. Actually, it's just wide open, snow-covered volcanic rock. It looks really cool, so I'm excited to check it out. Maybe we'll see some lava. I don't know. I think the sites that we're going to see are kind of dormant at this point, but we'll see. We'll see what we got in store. While you can hike through this area on your own, I'm really happy that I spent my time with a geologist from GeoAdventures who was able to educate me on the area and Iceland's unique geography. You're going to get a lot more out of your time hiking through these volcanic sites with a trained geologist than you will exploring them on your own. This is a great activity for people to enjoy who are spending time in Reykjavik or nearby. GeoAdventures offers round-trip shuttle transportation to the trailhead from the capital city. Or you can drive here on your own like I did, which can make it easier to visit places like the nearby Blue Lagoon, or to continue on with your itinerary if you aren't planning on heading back to Reykjavik. Once the group has all made it to the trailhead, your guide will make sure everyone is properly equipped for the hike, which is about 4 miles or 6 kilometers round trip. Doing this activity during the winter means you'll need to have on spikes to navigate the snowy and sometimes icy terrain. If you don't have your own pair of spikes, don't worry, GeoAdventures can provide you with a pair to use during your activity. For gear, you'll want to dress according to the season you're visiting in. During the summer, this is going to be a lot easier since the temperatures are warmer, but you'll still want to bring plenty of water, snacks, sturdy footwear, a raincoat, and backpack cover just in case the weather turns against you. If you visit Fagradalsfjall for this volcano hike during the winter like I did, then you're going to need a little bit more. You'll definitely want snow boots or waterproof hiking boots for the snow, spikes, which we already touched on, 2 pairs of warm socks, really warm gloves, and you'll also want to dress thoughtfully in layers. When you're hiking in the winter, you can get hot really quickly under a bunch of warm clothing, and I frequently found myself taking my coat off and on to regulate my body temperature.
But actually, you can also take off your gloves.
You might also want to consider purchasing some heated apparel if you're visiting Iceland during the winter. I'll leave a link in the description to some gear by the Nestis, which includes battery heating elements in their coats, gloves, and socks, which can be a real game changer when visiting windy Iceland during the winter. As for how long this activity will take, you'll spend approximately 3 hours hiking, taking breaks, learning about the geologies, and inspecting the recent lava fields. If you're coming from Reykjavik, remember to factor in an additional hour for driving each way. During the hike, you'll encounter a few different volcanic fields, which our guide Giuseppe provided a lot of background information on.
So it's mostly red, the iron here, the orange, yellow is sulfur. Then on top, these millimeters, like the same green you have there, is a glassy surface. It's something that you don't know, you don't realize until you see the smoking coming up. Could be half an hour, could be 20 minutes as well.
Yeah,
and
it's not a lot of warning.
Yes, and this is what's happened last time to the Blue Lagoon. They evacuated the area at 6 o'clock in the morning when the eruption already started behind the mountain. The fracture system, we have between 30 to 35 fractures active today. So, if you can come a little bit closer, please, I show you this type of rock. is called basaltic rock, and 90% of Iceland is made by basaltic rocks. If you want, you can do a check to trust. I trust you. If you have trust issues, you can try. Just you shot.
It was really interesting to learn how Iceland uses GPS and satellites to track movements on the Earth's surface to detect potential volcanic activity. While much of the landscape was covered in snow during our February hike, it was really cool to see the lava fields from prior years exposed in contrast against the landscape. Even though some of these fields were created years ago, there's still quite a bit of heat trapped below the surface, which prevents snow from accumulating on top of them. There are even certain places during the hike where you can still see quite a bit of steam coming off the volcanic rock. While there are larger group options for this activity, a nice thing about GeoAdventures is the small group nature of the activity. This meant that we were able to interact with our guide, ask questions, handle different lava rocks, and even try our luck testing the temperature of one of the lava rock fields. It's important to remember that even though this is considered a volcano hike, it's actually really difficult to see flowing lava up close in Iceland. Instagram might make you think otherwise, but the flowing lava from new eruptions only lasts a short period of time. And even then, getting close to it can be extremely dangerous since volcanic activity creates a lot of toxic gases that are harder to detect and kind of pay attention to than just the heat. One of my favorite ways to acclimate and gain a better understanding of a new city is to do some sort of guided walking tour when I arrive. This is basically the equivalent of that, except instead of walking through city streets, you'll be walking through Icelandic landscapes and learning about what makes this place so special. The unique blend of adventure and education make this a really unique and fun way to spend an afternoon during your Iceland trip. So I left my tour group. I'm going to get some extra drone shots at the end of this GeoAdventures tour. So I hope you guys like it. Let's see what we can find. Thanks for joining me on today's adventure, and don't forget to check out my other guides for more travel planning resources to make your Iceland trip truly unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Travel with Wes for more exciting travel inspiration just like this. Until next time, safe travels and thanks for watching.